This episode is brought to you by the Godfather Foundation. It was created to break the cycle. They want to empower parents and families by providing them with the tools and resources they need to be successful in recovery. They offer case management, peer support, educational classes such as budgeting, credit repair, parenting, job referral, application assistance, cooking, and fentanyl awareness. They are very excited to start this new I Am Not Okay meetings in January. They will be holding these meetings every day. It is okay not to be okay, and you are not alone. These meetings are for everyone in the community that would like some extra support in their lives. They encourage participation from other groups. This is not a class meant to replace weekly groups, therapy, or any medical advice. They're here to provide extra support on those bad days. We are here to remind you it's all going to be all right.
Shaped feet.
Welcome back to another episode of Evolve and Prosper. And it just hit me. I never introduced myself. So I am Dan the Man. And this is Evolve and Prosper, where we bring you stories of what it takes to overcome, whether that be addiction, mental health, or just overall things life may throw at us. And today we got a special guest, one of the most requested so far, and we're grateful to have him on here today, and that is Devan. How you doing?
What's up, dude?
How
Nice
you
to see
feeling?
you. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I
Feeling
know.
good. Feeling great.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like a quick rundown, this is my brother, my best friend, and we've been through a lot together, walked through hell together, been through it all together, so this is a special episode. So thank you for coming on. Now let's just kind of start at the beginning. Our stories when it comes to addiction definitely run side by side, but from your perspective, because that's what this is about today.
Right.
What was your drug of choice?
My drug of choice was opiates. Obviously, the opiates will grab you, and it grabs you like it doesn't really grab anybody else. I didn't mean to get addicted to it, but that's how it happens, you know? You just wake up sick one day and don't know why, and then you go and find some black or whatever, and it makes you feel fine, and then you're just stuck in that cycle. Like we was stuck in that cycle for what, 5 years?
At least
Something like that, maybe more.
before the troubles, like the legal troubles started.
Before the legal troubles, my legal troubles had already started,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, at 14 years old. So that didn't help it at all, you know.
Yeah.
People I was hanging around with, it was kind of money motivated too, a lot of it, you know. Seen the money that it could make and started getting high on your own supply, which is, you can't do that. So
Looking back on it, I know, like, when I look back on it, I kind of have I can see why I started doing it. But for you, looking back on it, why do you think you went that route as far as like making those choices?
So initially, when I first started it and how it got bad was, remember when we got jumped at that house party? Me and our friend got jumped at that house party.
Yeah.
And I got my ribs hurt. And I was working at Pepsi at the time, and they wouldn't give me no time off. And I ended up meeting this dude that, introduced me to some heroin. And because I was in pain, because at Pepsi I was hopping on and off of the forklift. And that's how I got introduced to it at the very first. And then after that, I hired 2 people that were already addicted to it too. I got them hired there, and it was just downhill from there.
Yeah. Looking back on it, I feel like, and you kind of touched on it, like the addiction part, the seeds were planted at a younger age, around 14 years old, and the life that we were living, every weekend, like just partying, drinking. You know, that was the only thing that we took serious. And so I feel like we were operating like that, and that's all that mattered, and we didn't have a plan.
No.
We had no plan outside of...
No plan besides sports.
But even that went to shit too.
It did, yeah, because we got kicked out of school, and sports was the only reason I went to school. The only reason I showed up. So losing sports in my life was a big part of it too, you know.
Do you feel like not really? Because I feel like we had guidance as kids.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, like we weren't trying to listen to it.
No, yeah, we don't like authority. Never have.
Yeah.
Still don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we was just kids, thought we knew what we was doing. Wanted to work instead of go to school, make money. Like I said, a lot of it was money motivated, you know?
Yeah.
Which, now looking back on it, I wish I'd have just stood in school and never got kicked out. You know?
Yeah.
Being escorted off of a school premises with the canine is not very, that's not a good look, you know?
No. And then like it just progressed after that.
Right. Because I was mad. You know,
Yeah.
I was mad. I couldn't play sports no more. I had to go to Two Rivers with you. And shout out Two Rivers.
Dos Rios.
Dos Rios. And yeah, it was just kind of went downhill from there. We would leave at lunch every day and never come back. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So
we'd just be kicking it every day.
yep.
Now, once the opiates started, that then progressed into heroin. Take me through some of like some experiences that stand out to you
Man.
with that lifestyle.
The ones that stand out to me the most is reviving people.
Yeah.
Multiple people. 3 people that I've had to revive during my addiction. And that one of them was my family member, was a family, my cousin. And that hits you. That hits different, you know, when you have someone's life literally in your hands. And thank God that they did come back, you know. But if I would have been caught, or if police would have been called or anything, like I would have been screwed. But at least they would have still been alive.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they changed that law to where only the ambulance comes now, because too many people are dying from overdoses. So they just send the ambulance first. And
people are scared to call.
People are scared to call, and it ends up killing people, you know. But to me, that's what stands out the most, because I was out there driving 30 minutes every day, back twice a day, 3 times a day.
Running out of gas.
Yeah, running out of gas out in Salt Lake. Yeah. And yeah, man, probably one of the worst ones though was when our mutual homegirl OD'd in the back seat, and I had to basically fight to get the dude to pull over, and resuscitating her in a warehouse, in like a business depot, it was scary, you know?
And what's crazy is like, even in those moments, that wasn't enough to stop.
No, it wasn't. I did it right after too,
And
you know?
That's crazy, like how the drugs have that much
Control
over
Yeah,
you.
they do. They control every aspect of you. It's like, yeah, there's a saying, it's a barbershop saying that I heard from one of my friends, like, don't get outworked by a crackhead. You know, so for all you kids out there sitting at home jobless, don't get outworked by a crackhead, because if a crackhead don't have crack, what's he gonna do? 6 a.m.
He's gonna get it.
He's gonna go get it, no matter what.
No matter
he ain't
what.
gonna stop till he gets it. And if we could put that mindset towards more positive things, I think the world would be a lot more better.
Yeah, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, right.
But it like, and that's something that I struggle with, is flipping that mindset to do better. But it's almost like when we're on drugs, it numbs everything like about you.
Yeah.
And so you just don't care, and you move and operate differently. But remove those drugs, it's like you got to rewire like everything about you.
Right, you do. And so you're in that drug mind state, and then the law comes in, and then you go transfer from being an addict to being an inmate. And an inmate's another mind state. No matter whether you're on drugs or not, that's a whole different mind state in itself.
Yeah, that you gotta.
Yeah, you have to switch up whether you like it or not. You know, like you have to go into inmate mode, and which is sad, but that's also another thing for me personally. It saved me, because my first time was my last time.
Yeah,
you know.
And
So,
you and Steven, who we had on the show a few weeks ago.
shout out Barella. What's up,
sir.
man?
Man, I give you guys props because literally, I think you two are the only two I know that went to prison, did your time, got out, and never looked back.
Right.
Walk me through you going to prison, and if you want to speak on the charges, you can. Just kind of walk me through that.
Yeah, so I think what it is with me and Steven is when we went down, I can't remember how long Steven did, but when we went down, we got laid down. Like we didn't get the typical, 0 to 18 months or anything. I was on at first it was a 5 to life. They tried to send me to the federal to the feds, right? And filling that packet out in county jail is not fun. There's a difference between
eye-opening.
Yeah, very eye-opening. I'm sitting there crying, filling it out. Like, I don't want to go to federal prison. But filling that packet out and instead of seeing, the state of Utah versus Devan Martinez, it's the United States of America versus Devan Martinez. It hits different. And that packet, it makes you relive your whole childhood to what got you to where you're at. And they wanted me to plead to 1-5 to life at 22.
Yeah.
I was like, no, like I'm not pleading to nothing with an L on it. I didn't kill nobody.
Yeah.
But they look at you like a killer because you're selling drugs that do kill people. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting a lawyer, and they gave me a 1 to 20 possession with intent to distribute, possession of a firearm, which is all expungible now.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
The rest of legal. And they gave me, my matrix was like 36 months, 38 months, something like that. And I ended up doing just over 2 years, 2 years and some change.
Yeah.
Straight. And that's what I'm saying. I think the difference was when me and Steven went down, they slapped us on the hand hard. And we had to do multiple years, not just like 1 year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Because your brain, it takes about a year and a half to get back to where it was before you were using. So a lot of people that they go to jail for a little bit and then get out, their brain's not rewired all the way yet. So that's why the chances of them going back are so high.
Well, that, and two, I think, because I did my time with Steven, and I know like he took full advantage of what was offered to him.
Right.
And I know you did too.
Yeah.
And you did
I graduated high school in there.
Graduated high school.
Yep.
And didn't you do the HOPE program?
I did the HOPE program as best I could.
Yeah.
As best I could.
It sucks.
I still got write-ups and stuff in there, but I mean, it's prison still. So, and in Gunnison, you know how it was. Like, it's still there, and you still get
You're still on a yard.
You're still on a yard.
There's still certain rules. And
if you're flagged, it makes your time 10 times harder. If you're flagged as a gang member or anything, it's just, it's worse. It makes it a lot worse. And yeah,
dude, like I give you serious props because you got out and hit the ground running.
I did.
But you experienced some you didn't get out and it was just straight to the streets like life is better. Like you got out and you dealt with a heavy loss right away.
Yeah, my grandfather is basically like a father to me. I thought I was going to lose him while I was in there. Like I was 100% sure because he was only given a year to live when I went in. But yeah, everybody tells me, then I feel it in my heart too. Like he waited for me,
definitely.
He had dementia, and I got out February 24th, 2015. And I got out, and I guess he wasn't talking to nobody, but the day I got out, like he jumped up out of the bed, gave me a hug. I could feel the tears on my chest. I started tearing up, and he grabbed my arms and he's like, "Look at you, you're looking big, you're looking good," And I'm sitting there talking to him. I haven't seen him in a long time, and I'm just blessed that he's still here, at this point. And when I walked out, my mom was crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying?" She's like, "That's the first conversation he's held with someone in probably over a year."
Yeah.
She's like, "He hasn't talked to anybody for that long."
I believe, I know that because I'll go visit while you were locked up, and just to how that worked out, it was unfortunate that you lost him, but it was a blessing, bro, because he did wait for you, and
I hope so.
You know, like that
Yeah.
was, I don't know the right word to describe it, but that was,
It was an epiphany for me, really, because when he lost, that's when I hit boots to the ground because he was a barber, and so
and that's your career now.
this is my career now, and it's kind of in his legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want to take it further than this. You know me. I'm never satisfied with what I'm doing. I always like more. I load my plate up too much. Sometimes a little stress. It's a little stressful, but I kind of feel like with the life that I've lived, I work well under pressure.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I've been seeing a lot of things lately too. That like what a blessing it is to be stressed about
yeah, good things.
the good things,
The good stress.
the good stress, and trying to better our lives. And
Yeah, you just got to look at what we
trying
have.
to level up.
Yeah. Look at what we have, man, and where we're going. It's not done. You know, we're still young. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then shortly after that, you had your son.
Uh-huh.
Now tell me what that did for you. Like you get out of prison, your grandpa passes, you start your career in barbering, and then you find out you're having a son.
Yeah.
It seems like when you got out, all these things were lining up in your life to ensure that you don't go back to that old
It
life.
was like a reverse domino effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was adding up, and you know, I had my baby mom was a wonderful mom and everything like that. So I was happy when I found out we were having a kid, and he changed my life completely. You know, like I thought I knew what true love was back then, but I didn't realize what true love was until I looked my son in the eyes for the first time. And that's when it hit. That's when you know your brain changes, and it's like, look, like it's not just about me anymore.
No.
Like I have a whole nother life to take care of, and thank God for him because he was another gift that just kept me pushing. So
Yeah. That just kept like a constant push
Yeah.
forward, you know?
Yeah, he asked me who his favorite superhero was once, and I told him it was him. And he didn't, you know, he don't understand. He's like, I'm not a superhero. I'm like, oh, you are in so many ways you don't understand.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And it was just cool to sit back from my perspective to watch, because, yeah, dude, you just got out of prison, started running, and changing your life around.
yeah,
And, you know, like it was motivation for me too, because you're someone that I've looked up to. So to see how you handle certain situations, like, you know, we can take different things from each other.
right.
And
And it helps us. It helps each other. Multiple minds are always good as long as we're on the same path. You know what I mean?
Even like when we're on the wrong path.
With good intent.
You know, and I feel like that's really rare to have somebody to in your life for as long as we've been friends since what, 15?
Yeah.
And 14, 21, almost 21 years, and to go through what we went through, and even to go through life now still on the other side is really rare, and it's
super rare.
Yeah, and it's something that you don't take for granted.
No,
something
you
that you
don't.
cherish.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So after your son was born, your life kind of like wasn't settled, but you kept moving forward and kept pushing. What things, like when certain stressful situations would come up, because we all have that addict mind in us still,
Right.
and how do you not feed into that, and how do you keep yourself pushing forward and not giving into those thoughts?
One is my son. Like I will never go back for him. I would never do anything that would jeopardize his safety or anything like that. So he's a big pusher, and I'm a big advocate for psychedelic therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you do it right with good intent, like, you know, not at a house party drinking, taking psychedelics, stuff like that. If you use them intentionally, like I'm a true believer that it really works, and I hope one day they make it legal. I think there's a few states that are starting to make psilocybin legal.
Yeah.
And hopefully Utah hops on that train, because it does help people if you show them how to use it correctly. Or, you know, all you got to do is look up a YouTube video and learn how to meditate. Psychedelics can really break through, and they really can rewire your brain, because it did mine. Makes me look at the world in a whole different aspect.
Yeah.
You know,
How so?
Just man, if you've never done it, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes in there and it kind of shows you. I guess the best way for me to put it is it can show you the things that you thought were beautiful are actually hideous,
Mm-hmm.
and the things that you never paid attention to are some of the most beautiful things, like simple things like snow,
Yeah.
grass,
Yeah.
trees.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Nature.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you turn and look at a human being and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the
Yeah.
hell? You know,
Yeah.
what happened to you?
Yeah.
And why do you look like that?
Yeah.
But it's true though.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, it is
100%.
true. And you know, and then once it's done and you come out of it, like you just have this, it's like hitting reset on your PlayStation or
Mhm.
rebooting your PlayStation. It's just a mind reset.
A clear mind.
Clear mind, and you feel great. You know
Present.
what I mean? You walk out, you feel present.
Yeah.
You pay more attention to the mountains. You pay more attention to the trees.
Yeah.
You pay more attention to stuff.
Yeah. And can you speak on, because I learned this from you, like the ego death and learning to lose that ego, and what does that actually mean?
Yeah. I mean, none of us are really ever going to lose our ego.
Yeah.
It's there. It's a part of us.
Yeah.
We just have to learn how to drop it, how to control it.
Mhm.
Killing the ego is one of the first steps of, you know, becoming present minded. Like
Yeah.
the ego is what gets people in trouble, but then the ego is also what makes people successful. You just have to find that right balance. with straddling and pulling the reins on your ego a little bit. Take a step back and think about it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
For sure. So the last time you used heroin or any hard substances like that was before you went to prison, right?
Yeah.
Like probably the day you got arrested.
Yep. No, actually, that day, the day that I went, I didn't even get a chance yet because it was in the morning and I was just gone. So,
Yeah. And you are where you're at in life now, but you never worked like a 12-step program.
No.
Never been to rehab.
No.
So it's possible to kind
Been
of
through a lot of therapy,
Yeah.
like one-on-ones, because that's what I prefer. I don't.
For sure.
I don't like the group stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer one-on-one, especially if you find a good therapist.
Yeah.
So
So self-healing has been a part of your life and
yeah,
your
it has
journey.
to be. It has to be. Yeah, I think it should be and has to be for everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
So what like, I don't know if I already asked this, but how do you keep yourself in check? I know you mentioned your son is a big motivator for keeping you going, but on the days where Devan is just like off or feeling stressed or whatever, and how do you handle that and get past that without like wanting to just numb it or
Yeah.
kind of suppress it?
A lot of the times it's just like getting out of the house and coming here, coming to work. Like, you know, like there's days since I've started at this shop where if I don't have any heads, I'll just come in here because there's stuff to do here,
Yeah.
you know, and just kind of keeping myself busy,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of the best way to do it. My son keeps me busy. He's fun. We play video games and stuff together. You know,
Yeah.
I can only play for like an hour. He can go for hours. But yeah, trying to stay healthy. Just, I don't know. Look at all the things that you're thankful for instead of all the things that we regret.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big thing. I just got to remember, like, look, man, you made it this far. It can't be. It's good stress sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to be stressed. So
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said earlier,
humbles
it's a
you.
blessing. It does humble
Yeah.
you. It does humble you, and learning to figure it out and not resorting back to old behaviors. It is stressful, but at the same time, like it's some of the most rewarding.
Right. And that's how stress and psychedelics kind of go hand in hand, because it's like putting a mirror in front of yourself, right? It's the stress, but you create the stress how you want it to be. So just like if you look at it and you change your perspective on the stress, it turns into good stress, like turn it into a good thing, you know?
Like motivation
Just,
almost.
yeah, dropping the ego.
Yeah.
Because part of the reason you're stressed out is your ego, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm no PhD. I'm just speaking from like
But we
my
kind of do have a
experience.
PhD, you know, like
Yeah.
been through a lot of
Yeah.
things that a normal person or a person with a PhD
Yeah.
would, like, on the outside looking in, could be like, oh, they're not handling it like
correctly
or by the book or
legally.
legal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not what it's about. I feel like it's just about finding what works for you, building that program around your wants, your needs, and how you operate, and everything works out.
Yeah, it does. It does. And even if it don't work out at first, it will end up working out. You know, like it's good stress. Like that's another thing too. You know, buying a house. That's another thing that keeps me motivated and moving too, because I was blessed to buy a house with equity in it, my grandfather's house.
Yeah.
And so I'm motivated to just get that paid off as fast as I can, because, you know, then I'll have property and I can use that property. And there's just a million ways to go. Like I said, it's stressed. I get stressed out about it. I hate, nobody likes paying rent or mortgage. You know what I mean? But look at the bright side. It's not going to be forever.
Yeah.
You know? So nothing's forever. So we got to value our time here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude, I like that a lot. So what do you like, because I know, like, these days, like, heroin's, like, it seems like it's non-existent,
Yeah.
and it's like fentanyl.
I mean, we've been looking, but yeah,
I haven't been looking, but
all over
through the
from
news,
what I hear.
from what we hear and like, kind of what we see, and just off the news and shit, like, fentanyl is huge, and people going through it. I know for me, and probably for you, I could probably speak for you on this. Once we got into the opiates, like, it wasn't about the high anymore. It was just about not feeling sick.
It was just about not feeling sick, yeah,
and
making money.
Yeah, and going through it. Can you speak on how going through it is a mandatory part of change? You know,
Well, yeah, to going through like addiction,
like coming out of
it,
that type of addiction, because I've been on both spectrums. I've been addicted to opiates and I've been addicted to amphetamine. Completely two different worlds.
right?
Like, completely different realms
Right.
of reality. But also coming off of those, completely different too.
Yeah, I've never come off of like meth like that. I was always, the only thing I've withdrawed from was opiates, and coming out of it, man, like, you know, once you're done being sick, like, you don't want to go back to it. But there's been times where I have kicked it. I've done sentences in jail,
Yeah.
got clean, but like I said, I didn't stay there long enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you should have kept me longer, and I would have quit. I think as time goes on and you stay clean and you get positive things in your life, you know, that are there to help you. Like, you've always had me, you know what I mean? You got your girl. She's helped you a lot. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you know, you look at those things and you pay attention to those things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cherish them.
you cherish them, and don't take anything for granted, you know? Like kids, wife, whatever it may be. Just always know that those are the things that keep us going, you know?
So when you were locked up, like, I speak on this a lot, like, there's a moment of clarity where you are present in that moment and you're able to really ask yourself, like, which way do I want to go? And you have that moment of clarity and you make that decision to never go back. Do you remember a time, whether that be the second you got busted and was on your way to jail, or did it come in prison, or did it come when you got out of prison and you got to see your grandpa? Like, what did that moment of clarity look like for you when you made that conscious decision to, you know, that you're going to turn your life around, you ain't going to go back?
I had to do 4 months in 23-1 in Gunnison. And that was when, you know, when you spend 23 hours a day with yourself and nobody else, it changes you.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me that I don't ever want to, that's a form of torture, is solitude. That was like one of the first forms of torture, is solitude. And it works.
Yeah.
It works. It sucks. And that's when it was before I even hit population, that RNO, that sucked. You know what that's like. And that was just when I started, you know, I just wanted to get out of there, because you feel like you're going to go crazy. But reading in there and being curious, you know, even in there, even when I got out, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I just knew I had a lot to work on with parole. You know, when you get out, things are moving 100 times faster than they move in there.
Yeah.
So you got to get used to that.
Well, and then met with the adversity that you were met with too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That would break most people.
Yeah.
Because your grandfather was a father to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and well, losing him also. Some people, I guess, is subjective. Some people would look at that negatively and be like, "Well, I'm just, you know, it's pointless now. I'm just gonna go get high." I looked at it the opposite, because now I can't hide from him anymore.
Yeah.
Now I can't lie to him anymore because he's watching.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big thing too. Is I know he's watching, so there's no me. I can't hide anything from him no more. So there's no getting out of it. So I just do what I'm supposed to do, kind of in his legacy, you know, a little bit.
Yeah. So what, moving forward, like what drives you now? Because it's safe to say like that part of you is dead as far as the addiction.
It'll never die. I just got him buried.
You know what I mean?
He's just buried with a straw in the ground so he can breathe a little bit.
not dead, but there's a bigger part of you that speaks louder than that addict part of you.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Like, what do you set out for yourself, like, to accomplish next?
So, like, you know, I just moved here to the car master and the detailing shop, and I'm still going.
And barbershop.
And I'm just gonna keep going, doing other things outside of it, like, you know, contracting. I'm learning how to contract. I've become really good friends with AI since AI has come out, and I'm a very curious person.
Yeah.
So I'm super curious. So I sit and have conversations with ChatGPT or Gronk or whatever platform you want to say, but they work. And if you know how to use them correctly, it can show you a lot of different things of ways that you can become successful.
Yeah.
The easy ways to do it. And I mean, nothing's easy. There is no easy money. There is no get rich quick scheme. You have to put, you know that.
Yeah.
You have to put boots to the pavement, and you just have to
put in the work.
Yeah. It's just actually committing to it and doing it.
Yeah.
That's a hard part. And even for me today, it's hard. Like, I fill my plate up with so much, you know, the contracting, the rentals, barbering, car detailing, selling ceramic coatings. Like, I have a lot on my plate as it is.
Yeah.
But I keep adding to it because I like the stress. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and like we spoke on earlier, using that mindset for when we were sick or when we wanted to get high, like nothing stopped.
Yeah, don't outwork a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like I said,
you know, and that's the truest shit.
Don't let a crackhead outwork you, I should say.
And that's the truest shit, because
take that addict mindset and put it into something positive, and don't stop till you get it, because you know nothing stopped us from getting it.
Yeah,
when we wanted it, you can flip that and turn it the other way. You want something, if you want it bad enough, you will get it.
It's just now we got to learn that instant gratification doesn't come right away.
No, it's not like you can't shoot it up in your arm.
No,
you can't. You actually have to work for it. But that gratification, once you do get it, is a way better high than the 30 minutes that you're high on whatever it is, or an hour or whatever. That gratification of doing something good and actually completing something, that's a better high for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seeing you do good is a better high for me than that. Seeing my family do good is a better high. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of highs that I like. And you know, marijuana too. Marijuana's helped me out a lot. And marijuana's helped me out a lot.
And let's speak on that, because in the state of Utah, we have it's legal for medical use.
Yeah.
And
I am under doctor's care.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I'm not saying like every person is like you or me, but I would be willing to bet like there's a lot of people like us.
Oh yeah.
So like, how do you use that to benefit you and not let it get out of control or like lead to other things? Because I know there's people that struggle with it.
Yeah.
And have to be completely 110%, you know, sober.
Right.
But there's other people too that can use marijuana to substitute for like anxiety pills or depression pills, because I don't like to be on a bunch of meds.
No.
But as the older I'm getting, I'm realizing like, damn, like, fuck, this sucks, because got meds for fucking everything now.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
even
they do.
sleep, but
Pharmaceutical company, that's what they want.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think they're scared. I know they're scared of psychedelics. They're scared. They don't want, in my opinion, I don't think they want us to think for ourselves. They want us.
No.
They want us to stay programmed.
Yeah.
And that's where psychedelics helps you kind of realize that stuff. And
Free thinker.
even free thinking, yeah. And even with the marijuana, it's subjective. Like if that person, I've been smoking since it's been made legal, right? But I don't. It's not like I wake up and I have to have it for my day to go on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's subjective. Maybe there's some people that are like that and say, "Oh, I'm withdrawing from weed," and it's like, what? Like that's not even a thing.
Weird.
Yeah, it's not even a thing. But people have said that to me, and it's weird. But a lot of people do, like potheads. Like they don't. You could call me a pothead, I guess. I smoke, but I smoke when I get home. I don't let it control me. It's not a drug that's ever controlled me. If anything, it's one that, and this is subjective, but marijuana makes me look at myself.
Yeah.
And you get like self-conscious about things.
Yeah.
So when I smoke marijuana and I have a thought of my past and stuff, like I feel all guilty and you know what I mean? Like you just don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
That's how marijuana helps me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something that I have to have. Like the world's not going to end if I'm out or anything. But it does help. It just kind of slows down the thinking process and kind of makes you look at things in a different way.
I just feel like it's important to touch on being heroin addict and opiate user.
Yeah.
Early on, like when I was going through in and out of rehabs and recovery, whatever, like the things they were trying to teach, I understand what they're doing, but at the same time, it didn't resonate with me.
Right.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah. Like in the groups, especially.
Like,
yeah, dude, because it's like, I don't know, glorifying, I guess. I don't like
war stories.
War stories and the glorifying it with other people. That's just not me. And I even told my PO that and was shocked that he was okay with it because it was mandatory on my parole agreement. And he was just like, I don't care what you do, just as long as you do it and don't give me a reason to arrest you again.
Yeah.
And so that was when I found the one-on-one therapist that I like. And I finished the sentence that I was supposed to do therapy for my parole. And then I actually kept going to that therapist for a while because she was helping me a lot and I liked her. And that's kind of, I feel like that's better than group, but that's me.
Yeah.
Other people,
everyone's different.
Everyone's different. A lot of people like to share those stories and it helps them, but I don't like to sit in a group of people I don't know and tell them all of everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we're all like, there's one common thing like with drug addicts, and that's the drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we all started using drugs for whatever reason, but we all heal differently. Our experiences as to why we started doing drugs or the experiences living that life are all different. So like we all heal differently. So I'm just like, especially this time around after my last relapse, I'm just a big proponent on self-healing and finding like what works for you and writing that program for yourself.
Right. Well, there's a huge difference between like self-medicating and self-healing.
Yeah.
And you gotta be curious. I feel like just being curious and maybe stepping outside in the box and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, I think is mandatory.
Yeah.
Like even in any aspect, whether it's for drugs, relationships, put yourself in those uncomfortable situations, have those uncomfortable conversations. Because then you don't stress out about them as much. You get it off your chest.
Well, what I'm saying? And then like whoever you're speaking to, like might be feeling the same type of way or something, and then you guys have these
and then you open up.
Yeah, and then you guys open up or whatever it may be, and you're like, damn, like that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, boundaries are set. You feel like you got off what you needed to get off, and I just think, people shy away from uncomfortable situations and then they end up stuck. Yeah. And then they complain all the time because they're stuck.
Run back to what they're comfortable with.
Or going back to what they're comfortable with. Yeah. Like there's a lot of people out there that just like the 40-hour a week and that guaranteed paycheck. you know, it sounds cool, but for me, I'm the type of person that's like, nah, there's more out there. I can do more. I don't need to have a boss. I mean, I have a boss here, obviously. There's always an owner.
But there's a better way.
Yeah, there's not necessarily a better way.
Yeah.
It's just, it's subjective, and I'm wired differently to where I don't want that same consistent one paycheck. I want to be able to, it's monotonous, and I want to be able to change quickly if I need to. You know what I mean? Without having to put a 2 weeks in or something like that, and just start up something without anybody giving me grief or not having the time.
Yeah.
Because I can make time. If there's something serious that I want to do, I'll make time for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And I just thought of something. It seems like those of us that have done time and that have been in the prison and jail system, on the outside, we seem to adapt to any situation fairly quickly.
Right.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because you, in there, like, you got to adapt to that way of living?
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah, you do, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You know, and there's people that get out. You know, there'd be 40, 50-year-olds getting out still gangbanging like they're in their teenagers.
Yeah.
Like, but because that's all they know. And yeah, we are adaptable because we're used to it. Like, you have to adapt to different things and uncomfortable situations. You have to try to make them the best, and you know, sometimes that don't always work out, and it's not supposed to, but everything will work out how it's supposed to. Might not go in your favor, but what's supposed to happen obviously
will happen.
Yep.
Now we'll wrap up here in a second, but with everything you've shared today, you got some great news the other day about your record.
I did, yeah.
So why don't you share that with us?
Yeah, so I went from being offered a 5 to life to being sentenced on a 1 to 20, and they gave me the 10-year rule, and it was just, what was it, last week when I called you?
Yeah.
And shout out Rasa Legal and Clean Slate Utah. Without them, it would have been a lot harder, you know? I paid Rasa Legal to reduce my felonies, and they got them all the way reduced down to 1/3 degree. And stay tuned, because we're going to show you the process of how to go through expungement and stuff. So
yeah, I remember when I caught my felonies, I was like, damn, man, like, my life's over. Like, I'm not gonna be able. Yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna be able to work. Like, I'm not gonna be able to rent anywhere.
Yeah.
And for the first little bit, I don't know if it was just my mindset or if it was like reality. I think it was just more my mindset. Like, fuck, man, this sucks. Like,
yeah,
you know. So I kept repeating the same.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a felon. I can't.
Yeah. So like. Yeah. But it's really important that if you're a felon and you're doing what you're supposed to and you stay out of trouble, like, there is hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel to be able to get that shit expunged from your record. So yeah, just figure out when you the date you got off of parole and start looking into that. Reach out to Clean Slate Utah and Rasa Legal, and like we've been saying, man, they will help you guys and walk you through it.
Yeah, a lot of people, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
A lot of people get confused and think that it's 7 or 10 years from the day that you're charged, and that's not true. You have to complete parole or probation or be terminated.
Even if you completed it unsuccessfully, it starts from the day your parole or probation ended. So that,
and just don't get in trouble.
Just don't. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Don't catch no new charges, and don't get in trouble. But we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you coming on here, man.
Yeah, as always, I love you, brother.
I love you too.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna drop some links underneath the video. There'll be a link to this car detail shop. There'll be a link if you want to come get your hair cut, or you can buy some t-shirts. We'll set it all up. Just tap the links below.
Yeah, and we'll put in a link for Rasa Legal and Clean Slate Utah. And until next time, thank you guys for tuning in again. We appreciate the love and support. And if you would like to show some support for the show, you can go to evolveandprosperapparel.com, or you can follow us on all our socials, which are on our the links to all that are on the YouTube page. And until next time, thank you.